Hi, and welcome to Healy Fit with your instructor, Jen. For more, please subscribe, like, or select notifications. Today, I have another strong core series workout for you, focusing on leg strength via yoga practice. We'll start out at the back edge of your mat with some breathing. Try to breathe in for a count of 5, hold for a count of 5 at the top of the breath, and then exhale out for a count of 5. Go ahead, continue like that. Just 2 more deep breaths in and out. In and out. Now slowly release your hands, reach them all the way up to the sky. Exhale, sweep the hands down towards the toes, reach for the floor, and then bring your hands up to your elbows, swaying the body side to side. Go ahead, releasing into the low back, into the hamstrings, into the glutes, all the way down through the calves. Go ahead, bring the hands all the way back down to your mat again. Let's walk to the front edge, coming into a plank position briefly before lowering yourself down all the way to the mat. Inhale, lift up slightly. Place your right hand underneath. Take your left hand, grab the top of the left foot, and stretch out the quad. If it's not quite accessible, you could grab a strap or just reach in that direction. Release the left hand down. Let's take the right hand back to the right foot, feeling that stretch along the top of the thigh. As you release back down, hands move underneath the shoulders. Push, press, sit back into a child's pose, stretching out from knee to hip along the quadricep, and then into the back. Shoulders all the way down. Inhale, rise up. Let's come into all fours. We're going to take the left heel up towards the sky and then slowly circle through the hip. Good, just a few big circles all the way around. Good, let's do 2 more in this direction. And then go ahead, take it around the other way. Open, heel up, open, down, and up. 1 more time. And then take a huge step forward to the front edge of your mat. Hands right beside the inner arch of the foot. Lift your back knee up. We're going to take the left hand onto the inner thigh. Push the thigh away. Maybe rolling onto the outer blades of the feet, feeling that stretch outer thigh into glutes and low back. Exhale, release the hands back down to the floor. Top of the foot relaxes down. We're going to reach your right hand to the sky. And that pup is coming over to say hello. Y'all, this is Andre. Toes flexed in towards you as you hinge back into your kneeling split. Relax along the back of the thigh, back of the knee, all the way into the glutes and lower back. Coming back into all fours. I'm going to take a brief reprieve. Coming back into all fours. Let's take the other foot up this time, circling through the right hip. Good, knee up, back, and down. Sometimes you got to take those puppy breaks, you know? All right, switching direction. Circling through the hip, trying to make each one just a little bit bigger than the one before. And then go ahead, take that foot, step it all the way to the front outer edge of your mat. Lift the back knee up, coming into your low lunge. Twist, opening up along the outer edge of the hip, the glute, and thigh. Exhale, back into center. Drop that back knee down to the floor. Left hand up to the sky. Reach, reach, reach. Light backward bend here. We're opening up through the hip flexors, that hip crease on the back leg. Exhale, release hands back down to the floor. Let's come into that kneeling split again. Hips could be up over the knee like you see here, or you could even sit all the way to the back heel if your flexibility allows. Let's step back into all fours again. Take the hands one big step further forward, and then we'll exhale down towards the mat, coming into 7-point stance. So your toes, knees, hands, and chin touch the floor. Sweep the chest through, coming into cobra or up dog. And then push the floor away, curl toes under heels, lift hips, coming into downward dog. And as you come into downward dog, go ahead, walk that dog, bending one knee at a time. Left leg comes up to the sky, point through the toes. Let's circle through the ankle a few times. And then circle the other direction. Go ahead, bending into the knees, step that foot all the way forward, help the foot out if needed. Left hand to thigh, right hand to sky, reach, 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 reach into your high lunge. Readjust as necessary, pressing the back heel towards the mat, letting the hip flexor open, open, open on that back thigh. Sinking in deep for quad strength and stability. Hands come down to the floor into your supported pyramid pose. Go ahead, so we could always come back into kneeling like we did earlier, or hold here in this standing position. Bending into the front knee, let's step back again into plank, hands in front of the toes. Exhale to the mat, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, lift into cobra or up dog. Exhale, push, press, and lift, downward facing. Pedal through the feet. Right leg up to the sky this time, circle through the ankle, and then circle the other way. Slowly bend the knee, big step up to the front, help the foot out if needed. Slowly reach, 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 reach to the sky. Go ahead, high lunge, sinking deep into that right thigh, opening up that back left hip flexor. Exhale, unfold into your pyramid pose. Toes up, back heel down towards the mat. Hinge as far forward as feels right for you, looking towards the toes or maybe bowing down towards the knee. Let's twist. All toes facing the same direction, coming into a wide stance forward fold. Readjust your feet, light turn out of the toes, hands between the toes, or maybe walking back through the heels. Good, feel that release along the backs of the thighs. Walk forward. Let's come into our Skandasana, our side lunge position. So either hips towards knee line, maybe below. Back heel is up or down. And we're going to lift the outer arm up. Good, looking up past the arm. Inhale, transition. Come back in through center. Walk the hands back through, maybe going a little bit further this round. And then we take that side lunge on the other side. Slowly walk the hands back, forward, shift, 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 shift. And then reach the outer arm up, looking up under the arm towards the sky. I'd feel that stretch along the inner thigh and strength along the bent knee. Hands back down towards the floor, bend into both knees, come into goddess. Go ahead, so knees push towards the back wall. Elbows, shoulders, and forearms push to the back wall, standing strong, tall, and very goddess-like. Slowly pivot your body back to the front edge of your mat. High lunge into warrior. Pivot the back foot 45 to 90 degrees away. Try to get the outer blade of the back foot to the floor. Exhale, release into Virabhadrasana, your warrior two. Open the hips, expand the chest, drop the shoulders, reach the arms. Next up, exalted warrior, lean back. And then let's go into side angle. Elbow towards thigh or hand towards mat. Outer hand to sky or maybe wrapped around the back. Look up past the shoulder. Try to pivot, opening through the chest. Exhale, back to front, hands step in front of the toes, all toes face forward, into your plank. Exhale to your mat. Inhale, rise into cobra or up dog. Exhale, push, press, lift. We are back in downward facing and walking our dog. Now let's start to walk this towards the front edge of the mat. We'll come back to that sequence on the other side in a bit. But first, let's take a brief interlude. Release the head, neck, and shoulders. Open up along the hamstrings. Flat back. Your Ardha Uttanasana. Right back into your forward fold, your Uttanasana. Slowly articulate bone by bone up to standing. Reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, draw the hands in towards the heart into your Anjali Mudra or prayer pose. Standing strong and tall in mountain. Rise up onto the toes and then roll back onto the heels, lifting the toes. Good, so just rocking forward and back onto the toes and then onto the heels. Good, testing your balance in each direction. Awesome. Let's take the arms up to the sky. Feet about hip width apart. Bring the hands back down to your heart into your Anjali Mudra. Here is your Utkatasana, your chair pose, and we're going to twist that Anjali Mudra to one side. Good. So I am bringing my right elbow down to my left knee, twisting to look up and back over my top left shoulder. Maybe reaching the right hand to the mat, left hand to the sky, stepping back. And then exhale, both hands down to the floor. Pivot, pivot, pivot. And let's come into that forward fold, reaching all the way through here. Go ahead, so hips up to the sky, heels down to the floor. Inhale, lift up, bend through the knees. Squeeze those elbows in and down, coming into goddess again. Good, so you're retracting your scapula, your shoulder blades in towards your spine, pushing your forearms back, the hands into the wall. Inhale, reach, coming into your warrior one. A few deep breaths here. And then let's transition into warrior two. Could really sink into that front thigh. Open up along the outer edge of the back calf. Next up, your exalted warrior, leaning back. And then exhaling into your side angle. Elbow to thigh or hand to mat, maybe backhand wrapped around the back. Exhale. Back into your low lunge, step back into plank. Exhale to your mat. Inhale, rise into cobra or up dog. Exhale, push, press, lift, downward facing dog. Let's walk that dog all the way to the front of your mat. Coming into your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Slowly articulate bone by bone up to standing. Reach those arms up to the sky. And let's take a seat once again. Hands towards heart. Pivot to the other side. Elbow to thigh. Twist. Maybe opening the arms, one hand to sky, one hand towards the mat. Now you can bring your hands back center or keep this position. Let's go ahead, step that left foot back. Right foot follows. Dropping the knees, relaxing the tops of the feet, come into a child's pose position. Good, take a few long, deep breaths here. Starting to cool it down from our practice. Take your left knee forward. Relax your right leg behind you into your pigeon pose. Now you can also recline your pigeon if that seems more appropriate for you, or you can stay elevated here with me. Let's slowly bring your right foot around to the front. So maybe pivot toward your left hip to sweep that right leg forward. Ankle to knee, knee to ankle, coming into your fire log position. Hands towards hips. Just try to open up along that top outer thigh, knee to hip line. Good. Feel length and strength along the trunk. And then exhale, fold forward, going a bit deeper into that outer thigh, glute, low back stretch. Inhale, rise up. Right leg is your center. Left leg sweeps back behind you, going into pigeon on this side. Good. Again, you can have an elevated pigeon, or you can decide to put your pigeon to sleep by hinging your body over the front thigh. Good. This is a great stretch to release the hip flexor, back leg, outer thigh and glute on the front. And then let's go into the outer thigh and glute on that left leg. Fire log with tall, lengthened spine to begin. Exhale, fold, reaching the hands to the front edge of the mat. Just fold your body as far as feels good for you. As you inhale up, you're welcome to stay here or tuck your heel in, trying to go into your lotus position. If you are able, you're going to come into dangling earring, or you can just sit this one out. Hands are beside you. Basically, you're lifting that lotus pose off the ground. And then we'll stay here for a second. Once you lower your hips to the mat, cross leg or lotus, take a moment of gratitude. Light twist. Good. Looking over your back shoulder. Feel that stretch along the spine, along the shoulders, into the back. Twist to the other side. Such an amazing practice with you today. I am so grateful for you joining me each and every day. Go ahead, extend those legs all the way out towards the front edge of your mat into your staff position. Big inhale up to the sky. Big exhale. Let's lengthen out those hamstrings to your hands either onto your shins or maybe peace fingers wrapped around your big toes. Release your whole body down towards your thighs. Feel that stretch into the back body. Inhale, open, 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 elbow to elbow, shoulder to shoulder. Spread those hands out nice and wide. And then let's bring it all the way in for a well-deserved hug. Again, thank you so much for joining me today. It has been a pleasure. Thank you. Be well, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.